Well, sometimes you have to straighten out your tie and do one of those deals. Well, the thing about ties is that you don't want them too tight. And then there's this little thing with the ties, right here on top, there's a little gap that you really have to hone in, close it in and set it right. All right. I'm old school. Please forgive me. Hello, everybody. Hope you're well. Hope you're having a fantastic Saturday. Wherever you may be, please tell me somebody's joining us from Essex in the United Kingdom. Oh, this is Mr. Sikatana's Muyambago Sikatana. Well, thank you so much for being with us again. And as I said the other day, I had the privilege of meeting your father about 20 years ago. And I found your father to be a very engaging man. Let me just show you who this is I'm talking to here. This is, good afternoon from Essex, United Kingdom. This is the late Minister of Agriculture. This is his offspring. I can't tell if are you male or female? I'm only asking that because I'm not sure if your name is unisex. Please forgive me. Please tell me loud and clear. David Lungu says loud and clear. Fantastic. Thank you so much. Traditional Ignatius, who's this? Ignatius says, I've never seen you wear Zambian traditional clothes. Well, one day maybe. Oh, look here. Somebody watching us from Japan. Unbelievable. Fantastic. Wonderful, guys. Well, hey, thank you so much for taking the time to join me for a few minutes today. I'd like to talk to you about something that, again, is on everyone's lips, and it is the cybersecurity and cybercrimes bill that the president recently signed. Now, a few days ago, State House released this statement. They said, and I quote, President Lungu signed the bill into law on Tuesday, the 23rd of March, 2021, and hoped that the law will bring sanity in the way the internet is used in Zambia. Now, the president himself said, this is purely to protect citizens from abuse by people who feel they can do or say whatever they want. This law is aimed at protecting all Zambians, including those who are against it or those who are opposed to it. Let me begin by saying that, there's an old saying, what you measure, you can control. Have you heard this? All you have to do is look at DSTV. When you first subscribe to DSTV, one of the things you will notice on that service is that they have a feature on there that blocks the viewing of certain content, especially when you have little children. That feature exists because of a desire to give you the power as a parent or as a guardian to protect your children from watching content that is inappropriate for their age. There's a reason for that. Now, imagine, if you will, imagine a situation where that didn't exist, where it was just a kaufela. Vina vemene uimverera. Just dance the way you want to dance it. Access when you want. DSTV wouldn't be much of a service if it adopted that attitude. So because DSTV is a responsible organization, and I'd like to believe that they are, they have deliberately placed these features for you and I to use in an effort to protect our children. In the same vein, by the same token, we are now in a dispensation where this is required. This bill is necessary. Now, of course, you can argue the fine points of the bill, which is now law. Okay, from a lay person's point of view, and please also let me make it clear, I do not want to be misunderstood. I don't want you to think that I am a lawyer. I'm not a lawyer. Okay, I'm not qualified to be a lawyer. I don't. In fact, if anything, to be honest with you, I'm not even a really smart guy. The only thing, though, is that I can read. So I don't want you. I'm not sitting here talking to you as a man that has a law degree. No, I'm speaking to you from a layman's point of view. Everything I'm saying to you based upon my understanding of this law. Okay? So let's get that straight. You must understand that as argumentative as you want to be, and you can argue the fine points of this law, but the truth is, this is no longer a bill. And my understanding of a bill is tantamount or is equal to a proposal. You know, when you propose something, you send a bank your proposal. You say, bank, I'd like to submit my proposal. Consider it. The bank reads it, and then when they approve it, it's no longer a proposal. It is an approved document. In the same way, this bill, before it became law, it was a bill in Parliament, placed on the floor of Parliament for debate and so on. Now, we are no longer in that phase. The phase of it being a bill has long gone. It is now a law. It's a law. Now, because it's a law, our attitude towards it now has to change. Our attitude towards the way we conduct ourselves on the internet has to change. Now, this is extremely important, what I'm about to tell you. And I want you to hear me very, very carefully. This law now affects all of us, every single one of us. There are no sacred cows now, if such a thing ever existed, in terms of the abuse of the internet. Because now this is a law, there are no sacred cows. In other words, regardless of who you are affiliated with, who you rub shoulders with, how many corridors of power you prounce around, when you abrogate this law, when you break this law, when you are in breach of this new law, you will face the consequences. You will bear the brunt of that decision. Now, this law is a very comprehensive, very complex law. I know to many of you, I read the other day, someone said in the comments, they said, so Mr. Mweo, what you are saying, so inengana kambati uyutaka pite, is that cyberbullying? Now we laugh. Somebody said that the other day. Well, it was yesterday they said that. It was, no, well, it means now when I say things like itakapite, is it meaning I'm cyberbullying? And am I going to be arrested for that infringement? Sorry. No, that's not cyberbullying, okay? And you have to contextualize this. Now, let me encourage you. Of course, I'm not going to sit here and read you every intricate, minute detail of this new law. You do that. You do that in the comfort of your home. All I want to bring to you is the fact that we now, especially as vloggers, especially for those that are consistently on the internet, people like myself and people notable vlog. Of course, I'm not suggesting I'm a notable vlogger, but my point is anyone that has a consistent presence on cyberspace has to rethink the way they conduct themselves on the internet. Very important. Now, of course, this law is not confined to just cyberbullying. If you read the law, very complex, very comprehensive law, and it'll take you time to literally comb through it and sort of grasp the concept of the law. Let me also say here that, because there are many of you that say, no, this is a bad law. It means now tatwakula kola. Tatwakula nwa menshi. I don't have my water bottle today. Ooh, that's good. It means now this law, it means amenshi twale koku nwa nomba. No, not necessarily. Not necessarily. If you don't break the law, then you're not affected. But if you breach the law, read the law carefully, understand it, grasp it, embrace it. When you do that, you will learn very quickly that this law is beyond cyberbullying. Not only is there a clear outline of what cybersecurity is and what it should be, there's also a clear outline of what cybercrime is. And there's so many different facets to cybercrime. There's identity theft, which is happening right now on a grand scale in Zambia. Let me tell you, the way we deal with identity theft here is so mediocre. Our friends over there in the United States and Britain, they're dealing with a very complex brand or strain of identity theft. There is something now called deep fake. Have you heard about this? Deep fake? You and I are dealing with someone using our name and opening a Facebook account. If you ask the average Zambian on the street, what is identity theft? 85% of our people won't even know what that is. You know, identity theft, identity. But in the average Zambian mind, we think that identity theft is confined to someone just stealing your name and opening a fake Facebook account. Honey, it is more complex than that. Our friends in America and in the United Kingdom, Russia, Europe, they're dealing with something called deep fake. That is where there's a software, an AI software that takes your likeness, your face, and puts it on someone else's face. And it sort of mimics your voice, but it's not you, it's someone else. That level of identity theft, we're not there yet, but in the next few years, we will be there. You know, about the only thing we're contending with now is things like, no, someone opened a fake Facebook account. Yeah, you never need better identity yanga in. Abanenu badeiba infeshi na voice baiva. Pamenso fiafino moneka baiva. Vaibika pamuntu mbina voice yove vaibika. Ere babula nombeyo situation yo vaya kubika mu compromising situation yota ufishive. Don't mess around with this stuff. You know, when you're talking about the issue of cybersecurity and cybercrime, it's very complex. And we need laws that protect us. You are foolish. You are ignorant if you for one moment think that we don't need laws to protect us. You're talking politics. You're on this political partisan ride where you say, no, this is meant to silence the opposition. Folks, that's your opinion. But the bottom line is that this law is designed, and deliberately so, it is designed to protect you and me from all types of cybercrime. It's there to protect you and me, and to create an environment where there is a safety net. There is a path. There's a path to recourse. Prior to this law, people did and said whatever they wanted. Not anymore, honey. It's all changed. You're no longer in Kansas. You're in the real world now. And if you, for one moment, let me speak to my fellow vloggers. If you, for one moment, think that this doesn't apply to you, that if you think that somehow you are some type of antiquated sacred lamb. I meant to say sacred, not sacrificial. Let me say that again, because my Facebook, well, it's a misunderstand. If you for one moment think that this law doesn't apply to you, whomever you may be, if you for one moment think that you are a sacred cow, sacred, Bambia to sacred. Well, you can't say sacred, really. It's sacred. If you think you're a sacred cow, if you think that the law doesn't apply to you, if you think you are untouchable, if you think you are exempt, you better think again, honey, because the wagons are going to be surrounded and circled around you, and you won't even know what hit you. You should say something. It's real. It's real. And you should say something. You should shift and realign. Because if you don't, honey, you will be overtaken by events. Stick that in your pipe and smoke it. I don't mean that literally, though, okay? It's a figurative expression, okay? Just so you know. Okay. That's what I wanted to tell you. Let's go to your comments. Here it is. Here's a comment. This is Andrew Tembo. He says, with due respect, laws have been abused to silence opposing views. Well, that's your opinion, Andrew. I disagree with that opinion. But it's your opinion, you know. Ruth Namukwai. Oh, what a lovely name. Ruth Namukwai. Namukwai. Andrew Tembo is not, it's not. Please read it. How give one example. Ruth, I think you mean I'll give one example. Okay. Can you say it right for a moment? Can we do that? Okay. You can't say how give. It's I'll give. I apostrophe double L, give. Okay. Don't make me go into an English lesson, Ruth. Ruth, you know my heart. You know my spirit. I'm messing with you, but I'm not joking though. All right. Bo Allen. Hey, Bo. Here in the UK, when you talk about cybercrime, an example can be when internet hackers steal your bank information, for example, and they use that information to withdraw money from your account online pretending to be you. Yes, this current law encompasses this, Bo Allen. There is a component in this new law that covers this. It's all there. When you read the law, the problem is that this law has been confined. The understanding of this law has been confined to bullying. When you ask the average Zambian on the street, define the Cybersecurity and Cybercrimes Bill of 2021, they'll sum it up in one word. Oh, you mean cyberbullying? It's far beyond that. In fact, I'll be honest with you, bullying is a minute component of the comprehensive law. You must know this. And I encourage you, every single solitary one of you, read the law. It's there. It's free. Access it. Come on, guys. This is not rocket science. Just read the law for yourself. Okay? Do that and you'll be glad that you did. This is Shy Natasha. See this Shy Natasha John Morris, boy. Tell you what, she's riding my horse. Watch this. Listen to this here. Ruth, I was correcting Ruth earlier. I was saying to Ruth had said, and come on, guys, we're a community here. We love each other, don't we? Not really. But anyway, the point is, Ruth made a grammatical error, and I corrected her. Guys, here's the thing about correction. When I correct you, or when someone corrects me, if it's done in the right spirit, we learn from it. We learn from it. I guarantee you, Ruth will never make that mistake again. But listen to this. This is funny. Shy Natasha John Morris says, Ruth, sue for emotional distress for the schooling. Oh, SML TV viewers are insane. Funny. That's funny. Thanks for the laugh, Shy Natasha. That was cute. That was so cute. Thank you. Bless you. All right, let's see here. Let's read this one. My second, Bamwewa, it's Facebook. So you will find most of grammar's needs to be corrected, like yours. Okay. But anyway, continue chiching us. You see there? You guys, now you're messing with me. Okay. You're messing around with me. Why are you messing around with me, man? Come on, be serious. All righty. Okay, here we go. Let's read this one. Brighton Lukanga says, cybersecurity tefintu. Now, for those of you that do not know what tefintu means, it means it's not things. And you'd have to be Zambian to understand that. That is so Zambian. If you're not a Zambian, you won't get that. Tefintu. And if I try to explain it to you, I would woefully come short of a coherent explanation. All righty. All right, watch this. Well, he needs to find a new source of income. That's what he needs to do. Humphrey, the man you speak of, basically needs to find a new source of income. Because this law now is a law, his antics on Facebook cannot be tolerated. Cannot. It's a matter of time before those bars slam home. If you know what I mean. When you know, you know. All right. Jennifer, this should be taught in schools as well, because in the UK, children know that cyberbullying leads to punishment, either suspension or exclusion. Jennifer, thank you for that contribution. I agree with you. This should be taught in schools. It is absolutely imperative. Ministry of Education, General Education. Jennifer Kuno. Balandefia manapo, imova PS bako education. Can you please look into the matter so that this issue is included in the school syllabus? All right. Again, Jennifer, cyberbullying causes a lot of mental and emotional breakdown in society. Here. I totally agree with that. Totally agree. Is that the time? Okay. One more and we're done. I have to prepare. I've got an interview at 15 hours with Yvonne Wale. We had an interview yesterday. It was abruptly sort of stopped because the internet fell or something. And so we're doing part 2 today at 15 hours. So I have to leave and prepare for that. Okay, so I'll read a couple of more of your comments. Okay. Patrick Kaluva, does this law also cover for WhatsApp or is it just for Facebook? Well, you'd have to read that. I'm not a lawyer, but let me tell you something about WhatsApp. Anyone that tells you that WhatsApp can be tapped is not telling you the truth. WhatsApp has what they call end-to-end encryption. Okay? End-to-end encryption means this device can only communicate with this device. And the communication between these two devices cannot be intercepted by a third party. That's what end-to-end encryption means. Now, when you are texting someone on your phone, not using WhatsApp, you're using normal text, using your phone line, your 097, okay? And you're texting someone via text, SMS. That is not end-to-end encryption. It doesn't have end-to-end encryption. The government, ZICTA, whoever, they can tap into that conversation. But when you jump onto the WhatsApp platform and you begin to text or share data, information from this device to another device, WhatsApp has end-to-end encryption. It means whatever you send from this device to this device, there's no third party that can interrupt or intercept that communication. End-to-end encryption, okay? Remember a few years ago, there was a message that went around saying, no, what you share on WhatsApp, we are listening. That doesn't exist. There's no such thing. The only way someone can know what you're sharing on WhatsApp is if you yourself decide to share it. That's the only way. Did you get that? Did you catch that? That's very important for you to understand. The only way that a third party can be in play is if you yourself decide to share that information. If this device, if I'm holding this device here, this device communicating with this device, if I send information from here to here, no one can intercept it if I'm using WhatsApp. The only way the third party can know about it is if this device decides to share it with the third party. Or if this device decides, when I say this device, I mean me. If I decide using this device to share my information, my data with a third party. That's the only way the third party is going to have access to my data, to my information. But if I'm communicating with someone on WhatsApp from here to here, no one can intercept that data or that communication. End-to-end encryption. Okay, hope you got that. All right. Hey, Shai. Thanks for the schooling, Mr. Mar. You're welcome. Janet, with the way things are moving, some of us will be voting from prison. Moletu Bufi, Alamwandi, Kuba Keaf. Not careful, Keaf, with a double F at the end. That's for emphasis. That's the Zambian way of saying careful. In Zambia, we don't say careful. There's no L at the end of careful in our Zambian lingo. In Zambia, we say caref. Iwe, caref. All right, guys, love you. I gotta go. Thank you so much. Bless you for listening. Take care and have a wonderful weekend. Bye.